Household only taxation. So in this lesson, we're going to look at a PRSI in particular. So we're going to be looking at income taxes. The different ones will be pay-related social insurance. We look at what that is in particular in this lesson and how to calculate it. The next lesson will be looking at USC, Universal Social Charge, and then PAYE. And we'll be doing up a pay slip and how to calculate your gross and net pay. Okay, so this lesson, as I said, is more got to do with PRSI. Okay, so what is it? You're going to be looking at calculating taxes on income. And just to be aware, when we do the pay slip, if, for instance, you earn 58,000 a year, but yet you have 2,000 in benefit in kind, so therefore you earn 6,000 as such for tax purposes. Okay, so just be aware of that. So benefit in kind is a non-cash benefit of monetary value. Okay, so maybe you get the use of a company car, discounts, health insurance. So we know that can be called also a perk or fringe benefit. So just be aware that that would be used to calculate tax. All right, and another jargon buster here is what is the revenue? So it's the revenue commissioners. We know they're the state body responsible for collecting taxes and customs duties. Okay, so pay-related social insurance, PRSI. So there's another acronym that could be asked. So just take note of it. So why is it paid? It's paid for social insurance purposes. So people pay these contributions out of their weekly or monthly pay. So employees pay a certain percentage, maybe 4%, and employers pay their percentage as well for every employee that they have. All right, and again, they're different rates. We'll look at calculating that in a minute. So that money then is sent to the revenue commissioners, deducted from pay. So as I said, we talked about direct taxes the last day, so we're aware of it. Okay, and what is it paid for? It's social insurance, so it's used to paid for state pensions. So when you retire, you've paid in your contributions for the state pension, and you get that then once you hit pension age. Job seekers payments, so if you become unemployed, also you have entitlement to get the job seekers benefit. Okay, maternity benefits then, if you're out on maternity leave for 6 months or whatever, you'll get again a social welfare payment for that. And everyone once a year can get a checkup, dental checkup, and these benefits go towards hearing aids, glasses, that kind of stuff. Okay, so to calculate it then, we'll just be the last bit to learn how to calculate it and give you some questions then. So here's an example of, so there's different classes. The normal class is Class A PRSI. So employees who earn over 352 per week, they pay 4%. So most people pay 4%. There is a credit there for anyone who earns a certain amount. So between 352 and 425 per week, they get a credit, maximum credit now. So again, that's staged, but we'll just, for simplicity, we'll go with 12 is the max. Employers then pay a percentage as well for every employee. So if they're a Class A employee, then PRSI at 8.8% would be paid on every employee. Whereas if they're a higher income earner, Class A, so if they earn, so on every employee who earns up to 386, it's the 8.8%. Whereas if they earn more than that, they're paying the higher rate. So the employer pays the 11.05% as well as the employee paying their 4%. Okay, so just be aware there's a lot of money goes into paying PRSI. And you can see why, from an employer's point of view, that every employee that they take on, it can be very expensive having to pay PRSI on every employee. Okay, so some calculations then. So Lisa Small, a legal secretary, earns 45,000 per year. She pays Class A PRSI at a rate of 4%. So it's simply, you get 4% of the 45,000. So use your calculators, multiply by 4, second function percent, or whatever way your calculator works, or multiply by 4, divide by 100. Okay, and you get 1,800 per year. So how much employer's PRSI then does Lisa's employer have to pay? All right, so you have to work out then, she's obviously a higher income earner, you'll have to get the 11.05%. Now you'd have 45,000 divided by 52 weeks in the year, just to see how much she gets weekly, and then it's 11.05% on that. Okay, so just to give an example. All right, so some examples to do for homework then, and this lesson, remember, is to understand what PRSI is and how to calculate it. So hopefully you can tick those boxes that you understand it and do these 3 questions, and I will put up the solutions. So who pays PRSI and who is it paid to? So employees, employers, revenue commissioners. Outline 2 ways. So look at your income verb again. You have to make sure you state, explain examples. 2 ways in which money collected through the PRSI system is used. Okay, so think of the different payments there for social welfare and pensions and people on maternity leave. Another example here is employee earns 353. Okay, credit of 12, so get the 4% of 353 and take away the credit. All right, simple as that. Okay, thank you.